Hello, are we working? Hello. Hello, Suzanne. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Nicola. Hello. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Charlotte. Are we working? Hello. Hi, Emma. Hi, Marie. Hello. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Lee. Hello, hello, hello. Christy, hello. Hi, Samantha. Suzanne. Hi, Shannon. Hello. How is everybody? Feels like it's been ages. I suppose it's only been, 2 weeks now, hasn't it? But yeah, I'm feeling okay. Now, I am going to say, I do still have a little cough. So if you hear me cough, it's fine. I'm testing negative for a few days now, so it's okay. And my nose is still runny every now and then as well. So I don't know what's going on there, but I am fine and I am testing negative. I think it's just leftover. Yeah, leftover. But this is going to be the first time that I've spoken for a few hours in one go. So please bear with me. We'll see how it goes. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm fine. Aaron's fine, and the kids are okay. The kids ended up getting it as well. But yeah, they're okay. So yeah, we're back. Hello. Linda, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Oh, out of sync. If I go down and then back up again, has that took it back into sync? Hello, Aaron. Thank you. Can you grab me some wipes, please? They're just over there in the open. I opened it to get them, and then apparently I didn't actually get them. Can it... In that... No, the bottom row. No. Yeah, the one that's open. Yeah. Thank you, darling. Do you want to say hello? There you go. Bonjour, mon ami. Thank you for the tea. So yeah, it's okay, but yeah, if you my nose is starting to run now, and it's just but I'm negative, and that's the main thing. Oh, right. So it's been so long that yeah, I haven't got any events running. We was gonna carry on with the Easter treats, and over Easter and the bank holidays, I had so much planned. But then obviously because I felt poorly, we couldn't execute those plans. I couldn't do those things. So I've had to tweak and move things around to try and make it so we don't miss it. But if I carry on doing Easter now, it's going to be a little bit funny. So today is just a normal live. If you can have a look. Oh, bless you, Gemma. If you have a look on the website, in the coming soon section, there are new items on there. Quite a few new items. And I still have a few more to pop on, and all the traditional crystal hearts are all going on as well, slowly. I think there's a few on there at the moment. Supporters, you all have access to the items already, so you can purchase them from now onwards, basically, and everybody else, they'll be going live on the website in the next week, so they'll be available to purchase then as well. But so we've got those new items. Apart from that, emails, I have been working my way through, so if you are waiting for an email, please bear with me. Hopefully by the end of Monday, everything should be caught back up on. My kids don't actually go back to school until Wednesday, which I only learned this evening, because this evening I was like, you're going to school on Monday, and this is going to be, I was like, we're looking forward to you going back to school. And then my son was like, no, we don't go back. And then I had to look into it. And yeah, they don't go back until Wednesday. So I just feel it's like another half a week. I've lost my point now. It's just shocked me that they're not back till Wednesday. But yeah, by the end of Monday, emails, It is a long time off, Sophie. Yeah, but at the end of Monday, emails should, touch wood, be all caught up and all everything okay. So please give me to the end of Monday, but I am doing them as and when I can and working my way through. Obviously, Kia hasn't been here this week, so she's back on Monday as well. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get it all sorted and back to normal again. So, shall we get started for today? All oysters are available. However, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but my oyster delivery, because in the first week we actually went away for a few days to visit family, and I missed my delivery and it went back. So now I'm waiting for my delivery to come again. So we've only got a few mystery oysters, but we've also got the surprise bag, which I thought we might as well use up. So the surprise bag is going to be an option to have as a normal oyster. And there is a mix of the normal, Nunu, Expand the Rainbow and 4 pearl oysters in there. So we've got the surprise bag and then all the normal bags for now. Of course, the mystery ones may run out, but hopefully the delivery will come any day. Order list I posted on the page a moment ago. Please bear with me because we may have to close the order list depending on my energy levels, just because my energy levels haven't gone back to normal yet. I've been in bed by like this time for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I feel fine now, but yeah, if I start getting really tired, we may then stop the order list. Not stop the order list, but stop ordering for tonight and booking in for Sunday instead. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense. So yeah, should we get started? Oh, before I start, do you want to see my cool mug? Look! This is another new one. We went to Monkey World at the first week. Back to Monkey World. And yeah, I got this mug, so he's very cute. So yeah, right. Out of sync. The only thing I can do is to just bring the camera down because it refreshes it, and then back up again. So hopefully that will fix it with the out of sync. So shall we get started? Up first is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Did it work? Okay, well now we've started, the camera will be going up and down anyway, so it should sort of keep refreshing itself for us. We're getting there, Nikki. Definitely getting there. Aaron's actually got quite bad allergies and asthma. So yeah, his chest did worry me for a couple of days, but he's definitely coming on the other side. I still touch the wood though. Oh. So I'm looking for Cindy Brown. Oh, bless you, JD. I'm sorry, my lovely. But yes, we're back to normal. And I've popped all the live dates on until the 3rd of May. And then come the 1st of May, so in the new month, I'll pop on all the live dates for May as well. So I'm looking for Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Sue, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. If anyone can see Cindy, please comment on her comment. It will bring it forward so I can see. And Cindy, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. Okay, so I haven't seen Cindy. We're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next is Michael Punton. Michael Punton, are you here? That's you, Leonie. Hello, my lovely. Just because it's a different name on the order, I know it's the same second name, but just because it's a different full name on the order, can you just confirm the second part of the email address that the order was made in? So I don't need to know the whole email address or anything, just from the @ onwards, what's that section, just so I can confirm that that's you. Leonie, that's perfect. Thank you, my lovely. So, Leonie, you have got 2 oyster openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Like I said, we've got the surprise bag, mystery bag, expand the rainbow, new, and normal. So all of them including, yeah, with the add-on of the surprise for now. Thank you, Jackie. It's nice to be back. Do you know when you're itching to like go and do something? And mine was I'm itching to go to work, but you just can't. Like you want to do it, but you just like I can't. That's where I was. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. Mystery and keep the shells, Leonie. Okay, perfect. So 2 oysters, mystery oysters. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1 and 2. Let me. Oh, I didn't fill up the sand. Oh, I was cleaning earlier, and I knocked like the whole sand pot over. Leonie, I'm going to move you down so you can see the oysters are there. And I'm just going to pop you on the donated oysters screen just when I quickly grab the sand, just because otherwise we're not going to be able to see those pearls, because there's literally like the dusting at the bottom of sand there. Okay. I did a major Aaron, like it wasn't just, it was the whole thing. Okay. Oh, it only needed 1 bag. Okay, it doesn't matter. I brought 2 bags over, but it doesn't, that's fine. Okay, so that's there. Sand's done. Right, so shall we go down? Perfect. 2 oysters here, and you're hoping for purples. Okay, oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. Oh, and you've got a slight runaway, and there's your mother of pearl. Now, because you'd like to keep your shells, I'm just going to pop them to that side, and I'll clean them in a moment. Now, you've got 1, and you are twinning. I can see straight away that you have got twinning. So you've got 2 pearls in your first oyster. There's no more in that one. So I'm just cleaning up the shells for you as we go, and then we can have a closer look at those pearls for you. Okay, so your first pearls are twinning coral pearls here. If I pop them in the sand, and actually they're 2 tonal, so I'll show you as we go around each of them. So pearl number 1, as you can see here, is lighter and then darker as you go around the pearl there. And then pearl number 2, again, is two-tonal, so you've got the lighter and the darker areas as you go around the pearl. So twinning two-tonal coral pearls to start with there. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. You've got a light pop there. Oh, and a runaway darker pearl. There's your mother of pearl. So if we have a squidge in here as well. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so I'm just again cleaning up your shells for you, and then we'll have a closer look at that colour. Now you did say you was hoping for purples, so if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. And then if you're not happy and you'd like to swap them, we can do that for you as well. So if I dry this up for you, and you have here a dark midnight blue. Can you see that midnight blue there? So twinning two-tonal corals and a dark midnight blue. If I run them through the board for you, my comments have stopped. Have my comments stopped? Yep, I think my comments have stopped. We'll see. So the coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Of course we can. So a coral and the midnight blue for a purple and a hot pink. So a hot pink. Oh, where did that one go? There it is. And a purple. I think the closest I've got to a purple is that one there. So have a look at this and then let me know if that's the right shade. If not, there would be a weight. Are those two okay there for you? They're perfect, perfect. Okay, so if I take the other two away, and if I just bring you back up here so I can pop these in here. And I'm just wrapping up the shells for you as well. So Leonie, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. So pop that up there for you as well. And I'm just going to pop your name on the shells. perfect. So again, I hope you're happy with everything, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. I'm just going to pop you on this screen for a second. Leonie, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. So honestly, I'm gonna have to mute you guys. I just had to blow my nose. And yeah, it would just. I'm just gonna have to mute you for today, each time I do, because yeah, it's so loud, like louder than normal. So yeah, I'll give you warning, but that's why it went silent for a moment. Right, up next then today is Anne Lewis. Anne, are you here? Anne Lewis, are you here? Anne, hello. So Anne, you've got 2 openings altogether, and you would also like mystery oysters and to donate your shells, not a problem. Anne, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Number 1 and 2, if I get them open for you. There's 1 and 2. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you for joining us. So let's go down, Anne. Your mystery oyster number 1. Got quite a nice deep pop with that one. Wait and see. Okay. So first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. And I can actually see, before we have a squidge, I can see a peeper quite bright towards the side there. And you're twinning. You are twinning with coral twins here. Now these are definitely different to each other. You've got one which is larger and one which is visually smaller. So compared to each other, they are slightly different sizes. And actually the visually larger of the two does look like he's slightly darker as well. Okay, so coral twins, one larger, one smaller, and one darker, one lighter. And then moving on to your mystery oyster number 2. And a lighter double pop there. Okay, so in here, there is your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, Anne. Oh, you have a baby pink. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got twinning corals and a baby pink. Now again, I'm just going to hold this up for you. I will need to know which colour pearl you'd like on which item. And as you know, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. If I run them through the board for you then. So the visually lighter, smaller coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The visually larger, slightly darker coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. So they are measuring different sizes there. And then that baby pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. And what do you think to those? That larger coral actually looks two-tonal now I've moved him, doesn't he? Can we swap the smaller coral for a large red and swap the pink for a dove grey? Now when we say large red, I'll grab a large red. Oh, where's the reds? See, I've tidied up again, and when I tidy all the pearls up, I end up moving the positioning for them, thinking that it'll be better. But then it takes me a while to get used to them again. Now that's quite one of the largest reds we've got there, so I'll show you that one. You can see if that one's okay. And then a dove grey. I think that's under here. Dove grey on the anklet, coral in the cage, and the red loose. Perfect. If I just show you these colours first, and if they're okay, I'll write that down for you. So that red and that dove grey, are they okay? Perfect, perfect. Okay, so if I bring you back up here, why is the kitchen towel? I keep leaving it on that side. It doesn't live there. So let me write this down. We're going to have the dove grey on there and the coral in there. Perfect. And my lovely, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. And I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. And up next then today is Nicola Dyson. Nicola, are you here? And you're very, very welcome. Nicola, hello, hello, hello. Nicola, you have got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? This is where this is just a couple of images of what the shells are used to when they're donated. So my mum does work in a nursery, and the shells get cleaned up and sanitised, and they go to her, and they go to the children who use them in different activities. You've sent some loyalty cards over. Okay, not a problem. If you give me just a moment, just to let the emails load up. That's not a problem. Sorry, I haven't got through all emails yet, but I am working my way through. But let me have a look here. Let's give it a second, it's just loading. Oh, that might be you. Yes, that's the same order number. No, that's not. When did you send the email? Not a problem, Cindy. I can add them together. Okay, I don't have any emails with any attachments, Nicola. Let me just search the email address instead of just visually looking for you. I did that about a week ago. Okay, well, I can't, let me search. I can't see it. I'm just going backwards. No. Oh, that's got an attachment. I think I might have found it. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Okay, so that means you've got 3 openings altogether. Sorry, I did find it there. Just booked that in. So 3 openings altogether, my lovely. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Sorry it took me some time then. It's just, obviously, because we haven't been here. I've been working my way through. So yeah, sorry, it's taken me some time to find it. Would you like all 3 of them to be mystery? Two litre neon one. 2 light neon one. Oh, so 2 mystery oysters, and you're hoping for 2 lighter, like greeny yellows? Is that what you're hoping for? So 1, 2, 2 mystery, 1 rainbow. I'm sorry, Nicola. Did I get 2 mystery out? There's only 1 there. I'm going. Okay, so 1 mystery, 1 expanded rainbow, and then a 2nd mystery. Right. Okay, we're here. Let's get this open. There's 1, 2, and 3. So let's go. Oh, did I, Jacqueline? Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Oh gosh, right, we have got though 2 mystery and an expand the rainbow, Nicola. You'd like to donate your shells, and is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Mystery oyster number 1, light pop there. And in here, Jodie, yeah, that's not a problem. You may have to email to let me know order number, and then I can just make a note on there to add them in. That's not a problem. So if we have a squidge in here, you're hoping for lavenders. Now I can see a light, I can see multiple peepers there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are quadding. You are quadding, my lovely, with your first oyster. And like I said, that is a mystery oyster. So if I dry these up for you. Thank you, Jodie. Okay, so colours here, we have a brighter pink, a two-tonal apple green, a bright icy blue, and a darker gunmetal grey. So brighter apple pink, brighter pink, two-tonal apple green, brighter icy blue, and a darker gunmetal grey from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2, which is your mystery oyster, and you've got a lighter double pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. Now I can see here you've got one runaway, but I was going to say I could see that you were twinning. Nicola, you have had a quadding oyster and now you're twinning, my lovely. And you're twinning with two-tonal icy blue pearls. So I am going to show you these as we go around the pearl. Possibly, guys. I'm really trying. Oh, okay, so, oh, that one wants to be seen as well. So this is pearl number 1. So you can definitely see almost like darker blue spots here, actually, darker and lighter areas. And then pearl number 2 again is two-tonal with the, oh, let me get it focused for you. Nope. There we go. So lighter and darker areas as well. So there's your first 2 oysters pearls. And then moving on to your expand the rainbow oyster. So expand the rainbow oyster in here. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a autumn peach. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so Nicola, let me hold all of these up for you, my lovely, and you can have a closer look. Now, I will need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. And then, as you know, if you're not happy with any of the colours, we can swap them for you as well. And if you would prefer some time to think about it, you can take a screenshot of the pearls and you can email me your colour choices if you would prefer to. So the top row you have a bright pink, a two-tonal apple green, a brighter icy blue and a darker gunmetal grey. You've then got twinning two-tonal icy blues and then a autumn peach as well. If I run them through the board for you, the pink pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Two-tonal icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and two-tonal icy blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then your autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. You'll wait for them. Okay, perfect. I was about to say there is definitely a wait on lavenders, but if you don't mind waiting, that's not a problem. So I'm just writing this down. You'd like to swap the pink and green for 2 lavenders. And which colour would you like on your jewellery? Just going to go back down so you can see the rest of the colours here. Okay. For 1 lilac and 1 steel blue. Lilac on there. Okay, to have obviously to have the pearls on the earrings, I can invoice you for the fittings to go on there. So if you'd like, if that's okay, and that invoice would get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Now, because there's 4 colours that will be waiting for there, some colours may come in available, and obviously that one then you'd have that colour, but then you then still may be waiting for other colours. They may not come available all at the same time. So I don't know how long that wait would be, if that makes sense. Can you have a gold and a blurple on hoops? Okay, so hang on, let me just take away. So the pink and the green, and then the 2 blues we're swapping out for those 4. And then, so these 3 are the ones that are left. And you'd like a gold and a blurple. Oh. And then I'll need to know which 2 colours you'd like to swap out for the gold and blurple, if that's okay. Okay, so your 3 pearls that are left are going to be along the bottom here, and then if you're happy with the ones I've added in at the top, they're the blurple and the gold. I'll need to know which 2 of these you'd like to take out. Peach and the blue. Okay, are you happy with that gold and blurple there? And then you'd like those 2 on hoop fittings, and then you've got your gunmetal grey left as well. I'm just writing this down. Okay. Pepsi blue. There may be a weight on the Pepsi blue as well. Let me have a look for you. Yeah, the lightest sort of shade we can do is a TARDIS blue. Let me show you. Would you be happy with a TARDIS blue, or would you prefer to wait for a Pepsi blue? Wait for a blue. Okie dokie. Let me bring you up so I can write that down as well. And oh, that will do hoop on it. Okay, so was you happy with that blue that I got a second ago? Was that one? It's a kind of lighter TARDIS blue. Oh, I've got 2 out now. Yes, okay, I'm just going to show you again, just because obviously I did put it away. Okay, so I've got it out again. So if you're happy with that blue there, and then you'd like that one on a hoop fitting as well. Okay, perfect. So what I've got for you is the blue, blurple and gold. You're going to be invoiced for those to go onto hoop fittings. We're then going to be swapping the pink, the green and the twinning blues, and that's for 2 lavenders, 1 lilac and 1 steel blue. You'd like the lilac on the charm, and you'd like the lavenders to go onto the earrings, and they'll be included on the invoice as well. I hope that's all correct there, Nicola. I'm just double checking I understand everything I've written down. So just waiting to hear from you to just make sure that's correct, and then that's perfect. I'm fine, thank you, Tanya. Steel blue on the hoop as well. Okie dokie. That's not a problem, I've made that note as well. Yep, perfect. Nicola, I hope you're happy with that then. Thank you for the donations of your shells. The invoice will get sent across tomorrow and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. But I do hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect. And up next then today is Tracy Burton. Tracy, are you here? Ugh. That's cold tea. You're very welcome, my lovely. Tracy, hello, 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 hello. Now I do have the different name, I can see that here, so that's perfect. So let me just have a look. You've got four openings. Yes, 4 openings altogether. What 4 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? Oh, but it's just not. I just don't like cold tea. And it's almost like you can sense that it's going to be cold, but you have to test it. Because if it's not cold, it's going to be, so you need to drink it. Donate the shells to Nunu, to Mystery. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for, Tracy? So, to Mystery. Oh, nearly knocked that over then. There's one. And 2. Nunu. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're donating the shells. Perfect. Thank you very much. So if we go down, we'll start with your mystery oysters here. Mystery oyster number 1, you have a softer pop there. No, I can't. I don't like to microwave tea. I don't know, it's just not for me. There is your mother of pearl. My mum microwaves tea and it's fine, but yeah, for me, I don't know, I just don't like it. And if we have a squidge in here for you, Tracy. Ooh, you've got, I think that's a blurple. I'll double check in just a moment. There's no more in that one. It is. It's a 2-tonal blurple. So blurple is a mix between blue and purple, and this one here is lighter and darker as you go around the pearl there. And then moving on to your mystery oyster number 2. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. So I can actually see a little bit of a peeper with this one here. And we can see it's a lighter pearl. And you have a coral pearl here, Tracy. So again, I'm just having a squidge. And there's no more in that one. So we have a coral pearl here. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get it focused for you. Yeah, it's fair enough, Jacqueline. Like I said, my mum does it. It's never been for me. I think as well, the cup gets really hot. Very, very clumsy. Oh, I can't get this to focus now. Right, come on. Oh, don't move. Okay, there we go. So there is your coral and your two-tonal blurple. And then we're going to be moving on to your Nunu Rainbow Oysters. So, Nunu Rainbow number 1. There's one side and the other side. Oh, so this is the darker coloured pearls in these. So darker runaway there, but let me just have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. So from your first oyster, we have a black cherry pearl here. Has the coral one got two tonal sections on him? I'll have another look. So you've got your black cherry. No, it may just be the lighting. The coral does look to be the same colour there. Okay, so there's a very dark black cherry for you. And then Tracy, moving on to your last oyster, which again is your Nunu Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side, and in here you've got a larger, darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. I'm just going to confirm the colour for him as well. He is a darker gunmetal grey. Looks like he's got slight flashes of purple in him, but he's definitely a base gunmetal grey there. What do you think to these, Tracy? Now again, I will need to know which colours you would like where, and if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So you've got a coral, a two-tonal blurple, a gunmetal grey, and a darker black cherry. If I run them through the board for you, the two-tonal blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Gunmetal on the necklace, yep. from which colours on the other items. Has anybody seen the pinned post? So our pinned post is normally our live dates post, so it does have our live dates on there, but there is a little, like, I think it's 30-second video, and it's a video of the oil, or one of the oil slick pearls that we packaged up a while ago. Honestly, the camera caught it beautifully. You can see all the colours on it, so it's definitely worth having a look at the pin post to see that oil slick pearl. It is Sharon. Swap the purple. Blue on the bracelet. Do you mean to swap the black cherry out? So the gunmetal you'd like on the necklace. Let me get the matching coral for you. Do you mean to have the blurple on the bracelet and swap the black cherry for the matching coral? Or it may be that I'd need to swap the coral off the live, just because, no, that's just a touch too small. We have so many different shades of coral. It really is. Oh, I thought nobody saw it because yeah, when I had a look, I didn't think anybody had seen it. So yeah, I'm glad you've seen it, because honestly, the oil slick, that oil slick is gorgeous. It's gone now. It's gone to the person who opened it. But it was, I had to take a video because it was lovely. That's right, so swapping the black cherry for the coral. Is that okay if I match the coral off the live? Oh, that lid doesn't even want to catch now. Just because I have quite a few different, this is a different pot, shades of coral. It just might take me, I think this pot, this is the lighter coral. I think this one is more the shade we're looking for. Yeah, that's definitely the shade, but that's just a different size. Oh, that's just a touch big as well. So yeah, this is definitely the pot we want. Oh, is that right? Let me just put them in the middle so I can see. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I've managed to do it, my lovely, so I'm just going to hold it up just so you can see if you're happy with these. Normally if it does, there we go. So your original pearl is the one on this side. Just confirm if you're happy with those for me. So take the black cherry away and let me just write down that we're going to have the coral on there. Perfect. Dawn, it's not a problem. I know that you're up next, my lovely, so I'll read backwards once we get there. Tea time. Thank you, Bab. Sorry that I let that one go cold and then it was too cold to drink. No, don't be like that. Thank you for the tea. Love all of them, Tracy. Perfect. Well, I've got that down for you then, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I do hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And Dawn, hello. Dawn Williams, you are here. So reading back to your comment, you'd like 2 out of the surprise bag. I think you're the first person from the surprise bag today. Yep, you do have 2 openings altogether. Donate the shells, and you'd like TARDIS or Midnight Blue. I just asked so much so quickly. Oh, I'm sorry, Dawn. Definitely, it's good to be prepared, and I do ask a lot of questions. I had COVID, Kaz, and I've had negative tests for like 4 days now, I think. But I'm still, my energy levels are still low, and my nose is still, sounds like I've got a cold, yeah, because my nose is just still going, and I've still got a little bit of a cough as well. Obviously, only it's not all the time, as you know, we've been live for an hour and I haven't coughed yet. Now I said that, I'm going to want to cough, aren't I? So yeah, I don't think, I mean, I may have a cold, but I think I'm just getting over what I had. I don't know. But yeah, I can hear myself every now and then. I sound a bit like, wah, 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 wah. So I apologise for that. Right, so Dawn, donate the shells, 2 from the surprise bag, and you're hoping for TARDIS or Midnight Blues. Okay, 1 and 2. So was you really, Dawn? Oh, bless you. My daughter's had it twice now, but the second time she had it for a day and a half, and then she was bouncing off the walls again. And then I think on day 3 and 4, she was negative twice. So yeah, the second time she like pushed it off out of her system really quickly. It's strange, isn't it? Why is that going off? Right, so
I didn't understand that.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Sorry. Apparently the phone was talking to me. Let's go down. The kid, yeah, they are. Luckily so. I'm so glad that, yeah, that they are. So, let's go back to your oysters, Dawn. Oh, bless her, Christina. Oh, oh gosh, bless her. So, 2 surprise oysters here. Let's get them open. So, surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. Oh, you have a lilac purple. There's no more in that one. So I'm just drying him up and holding him up for you. There's your lilac purple. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which is again from the surprise bag for you. So there's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning. And you're twinning with apple green twins. And there's no more in that one. Now visually these greens, they may be slightly different sizes to each other. I will, yeah, they do visually definitely look different sizes. We will measure them. So you've got a lilac purple and twinning pastel apple green twins. Now I know you said you were hoping for those blues. So of course, again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And if you are happy, that's perfect. So lilac and pastel apple greens. If I run these ones through the board for you, your lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The visually larger green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the visually smaller green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they are measuring different sizes there. Swap the greens, of course you can. Now, I can definitely get you 2 matching TARDIS blues. With the midnight blues, I mean, I can go for a darker TARDIS blue actually, but I don't think I'll have 2 midnight blues unless you wanted to wait. But I've gone for the darker TARDIS blue pot because these might be more what you're looking for. Okay, so if I hold up these so you can have a look. And if they're not the correct shade, let me try that again. If they're not the correct shade, Dawn, let me know and we can grab some different ones. Are you happy with those 2 there? Again, I'm just going to put you guys on the donated shelves for a second, and I am just going to mute you for a moment. Sorry, I didn't know which one to unmute. There we go. So those blues are perfect. Sorry about popping you on that screen then, but hello. So I've got down that you'd like the blues on the jewellery. Then of course you get to keep that lilac pearl as well. Dawn, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. If I pop this on here. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well, and I do hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and I've popped that up there for you. We do ship internationally, yes. Dawn, I'm glad you're happy with that. Okay, perfect. Up next then today is Samantha Bodell. Samantha, are you here? Yeah, apparently, I think it was going out of sync at the start as well. And I think by me refreshing the cameras, that's the best I can do at the moment to sort of get it back into sync, because I'm not sure why it's not. I did a lot of testing earlier to hopefully make sure that the live ran okay, because yeah, the last thing we needed is technical issues. So if it's just because it's out of sync, then hopefully we can get it. So as it refreshes each camera, it should sort itself out. I do ship internationally, yes. Samantha, hello, hello, hello. Now, Samantha, you have got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Just the lip sync. If I talk like this, then it'll be fine. You won't know what I'm saying when. But obviously it just looks really rude, or it looks like I'm about to sneeze or something. Surprise bag for both of them, Samantha. Perfect. And donate the shells. Okay, now is there a certain colour that, or colours that you're hoping for? Let me just get these open for you. Okay, so let's go down. Your surprise oyster number 1. We're going to see what comes out. Okay, there's one side and the other side. And in here, you have got a blurple pearl. So again, blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. If I dry these up for you. And then moving on to surprise oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here, oh, you are twinning. And you're twinning with dark chocolate twins there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so again, I'm just going to dry these dark chocolate pearls up. We'll pop them in the sand and we can have a closer look, Samantha. So again, I will need to know which 2 colours you'd like on which items. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. If you are happy, just let me know what you would like to do. So blurple at the top, which is a mix between a blue and a purple. And then you've got the 2 chocolatey twins at the bottom. If I run them through the board, your blurple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Chocolate pearl number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Chocolate pearl number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5, so they are measuring at different sizes there. So if you do have a preference, if you're happy with these ones, oh, and you do have a preference, let me just bring you up here so I can write that down. We're going to have the blurple on there and the smaller chocolate on there. Perfect. So I'm just going to pop your pearls in here for you then, Samantha. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, my lovely. And again, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. They're definitely getting there, Christine. Thank you. Samantha, you're very, very welcome. Yeah, definitely getting there. It's their school holidays. Like I said earlier, they're not back until Wednesday. And we had to come home early. We went away to see family and we had to come home early because obviously we felt poorly. So yeah, their holidays have just been interrupted by it, so I feel bad for them. But what can you do? At least they're not missing school, I suppose. Actually, I don't even know the rules anymore. If they're allowed to go school, I don't think you're allowed to go school if you're, but you're allowed to go. I don't know. We stayed in. I don't know. I'm not up to date with the rules. Missed so many lives. Oh, bless you, Laura. Oh, hello, my lovely. Right, up next today is Janet Perling. Janet, are you here? Oh, hot tea. Oh, Laura, have a tea heart. Oh, tea heart will be the new thing. Thank you for the stars, Laura. Jan, Suzanne, hello. Sorry, good tea. So you have one opening altogether. Surprise bag, donate the shells. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for, Jan? So just getting this open. And let's go down. Oh, do they, Tash? I thought it would be something like that. But yeah, I just haven't looked into it recently. It's just, yeah. Right, so, surprise oyster, donate the shells. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? Thinking midnight blue. Okay. There's one side. And the other side. Oh, and you're quadding. You are quadding from the surprise bag, Jan, which does mean that you've got your 4 pearls in the one oyster, and there's no more in there. So let's go through these colours for you. Now, you said you're possibly hoping for a midnight blue. We don't have a blue here, I'm afraid. Where's the other one gone? Oh, there it is. So if I pop them in the sand for you, you've got a bright pink, lemon yellow, apple green, so lemon and lime, and then a black cherry. So let me hold them up so you can see. Bright pink, lemon yellow, apple green, and black cherry. What? Oh, black cherry is quite dark there, isn't it? What do you think to these? Again, I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery, and if you're not happy, we can swap them for you if we run them through the board. The black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6, he is a 6.5, sorry. The apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Lemon yellow's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the brighter pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5 as well. If I put them slightly more in the centre, you may be able to see. Looks like that half is almost in shadow, doesn't it? Hold them like that, there we go. So it's not in shadow there, but it looks like it's in, is it the way? I don't know. What do you think? Swap the green for a midnight blue. Oh. Swap the pink and cherry for light lilacs on jump rings. There will be a weight on the lilacs, my lovely. So just confirm that you don't mind waiting, and then if so, I'll pop that down for you. I'm just going to bring you up so I can start writing that down, but just confirm that that's okay, if that's okay. If that's too many. Oh, and is it the midnight blue that you'd like on the jewellery? So we're going to swap pink and cherry for lilac. And then you'd like to be invoiced for the lilacs on jump rings. But yeah, just confirm for me which one you prefer to have on the jewellery. And yes, midnight blue on the jewellery, perfect. Just needed to confirm. And you don't mind waiting, perfect. So I've got that down for you. The invoice will get sent through tomorrow, and again it will go to the email address that's on the order form. There will be a little bit of a wait on the lilacs, and we'll keep you up to date through email if it's going to be. We normally try and keep up. We sort of email weekly to a week and a half if obviously we haven't managed to add it in yet, just to confirm if you're still happy to wait or not, but hopefully it won't be too long a wait. Jan, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and yeah, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives, and that's it there for you. I've got Mystery Person up next. Jan, you're very, very welcome. So yeah, this Mystery Person is... Let me just have a look. Emma Favel. Emma, are you here? Emma, hello. So this is from your best friend Joe. I'm not going to say what it is because it doesn't say if I'm allowed to tell you or not, but you do have one opening. So you'd like the surprise bag and donate the shells, and you're hoping for a icy blue. Okay, so surprise bag Oyster and donating the shells. Thank you very much. Let's go down. And your surprise bag there's one side and the other side. And in here you are quadding, and you've got your icy blue there. So you are also quadding from the surprise bag here, Emma. There's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to dry all these up for you, and then we'll have a closer look at the colours. Okay, so we've got a lighter apple green, a brighter icy blue, a blush pink, and a gold. Now, if I hold these up, Emma, what do you think? Now, you did say you're hoping for an icy blue, and we do have one here, and I'll need to know which colour you'd like on the jewellery. But as you know, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So what do you think, and what would you like to do? If I run them through the board, your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. he's a 7.5. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. What do you think? Icy blue on the charm, perfect. And I'm glad you're happy with them all, Emma. Yep, I've brought you back up. So let me just pop your pearls on in here. And then I'll write down that you'd like to have the blue on the jewellery. Perfect. Emma, thank you for the donations with your shells as well then, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you, Laura. And up next today is Wendy Pierce. Wendy, are you here? Oh, it's getting warm in here today. I might have to bring the fan back out soon. The weather's on that sort of cusp of changing, isn't it? It's one of those that I've been working most of the day today. So the office, obviously with all the lights and everything and the heating, by the evening it gets quite warm in here. Oh, Emma, bless you. You're very, very welcome. I'm looking for Wendy Pierce. Wendy, hello, hello, hello. You do have 2 openings altogether, and you'd like 2 surprise oysters and to donate your shells as well. That's perfect. Just give me a second. Sorry, I went to print this off, but it's just taken a little while to load here. And you're hoping for blacks, Wendy. Okay. Sorry, it's normally quicker than that. Is that working? Okay, perfect. So 2 surprise oysters. Donate the shells, and you're hoping for black pearls here. So 1 and 2, and let's get these open for you. There's 1 and 2, and Wendy, let's go down. So your surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side, and in here, oh, this looks like a natural coloured pearl there. He looks like he's a base rose gold with a slight pinky overtone. There's no more in that one, so let me just dry this up for you so you can have a closer look. Yeah, he's definitely base rose gold, but he does have that slight pinky tone, if you can see that there. So that is a natural coloured pearl. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is from your surprise bag. Oh, there's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning, and twinning gold pearls here. There's no more in that one, and I believe that they are 2-tonal gold pearls. So I'm just going to show you the markings around each pearl here, and visually they might be possibly slightly different sizes. But if they are, it will be only just. But again, it could just be the colouring. So let's show you around these pearls. So pearl number 1, this is the visually possibly slightly smaller, and it's just got slightly lighter areas to him there as you go around. And then pearl number 2, again, this is the slightly visually larger one. And again, oh, let's get it focused for you. Just slightly lighter and darker areas as you go around the pearls. Wendy, you did say you were hoping for blacks. So what do you think? Would you prefer to swap the pearls and have some black pearls? Or are you happy with these? And if so, which ones would you like on your jewellery? If I run them through the board, the natural rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Slightly visually smaller two-tonal gold is not a 5, not a 5.5. Sorry, he's a runaway. Not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Rose gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they are measuring at different sizes there. Swap golds for blacks and the natural one on a hoop fitting. Okie dokie. Let me have a look. Just looking for 2 which are blacks, which are the same size. Okay, how about those 2? Yeah. I hope you did as well, Lisa, and thank you. What do you think here, Wendy? Are you happy with those blacks there? And I'm just going to bring you up so I can write that down for you. So we're going to have blacks on there, and you'd like to be invoiced for the rose gold on a hoop fitting. And those blacks are perfect? Perfect. The invoice for the hoop fitting will get sent across for you tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form there. Wendy, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. Thank you for the donations of your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Okay. And up next today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Wendy, you're very, very welcome. I think Kathy was here earlier, so hopefully she's still here. Kathy, you are here. Hello, my lovely. Hit me with the surprise bag, donate the shells, and let's see what we get. Okay, you've got 4 openings altogether. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just opening them up for you, my lovely. Okay, so donate the shells. We're going to see what colours come out and then we'll go from there. Let's go down. So surprise bag oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And your first oyster, you are quadding. Quadding, Kathy. So first oyster, you have got 4 pearls in the 1 oyster there. You've sent 3 loyalty cards as well. Okie dokie. What I'll do is I'll open it up, and while it's loading, we'll carry on opening these oysters, and then I'll add them. I'll add the 3 on to the end, if that's okay. Is it surprise oysters you'd like as well with the 3 loyalty cards? So first oyster has given you coral, icy blue, lemon yellow, and a darker grape purple. Right, let me just open that up. So that's going to start loading while I open up your other oysters first. Okay, so that's from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your surprise bag. Yes, please. Okay, perfect. So I'll grab the 3 once we've opened these ones, and then that way I can give me a chance to find the email, if that's okay, my lovely. So this is your oyster number 2, and you are twinning, and twinning with Snow White twins there. So they are natural coloured pearls here. Beautiful Snow White twins. Visually, again, maybe slightly different sizes, and the visually smaller one is slightly possibly even more bridal white, and the visually larger is more Snow White. Just getting it focused for you. There we go. Okay, moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here we have a darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. So here, I believe we have a... Oh, I was going to say steel blue, but I think he's got some purple in him as well. It is a base steel blue, but he's got a slight hint of purple to him. If you can see this here. So steel blue is that sort of bluey silver. Then he's got a slight flash of purple as well. So a 2-tonal steel blue there. And then moving on to the 4th oyster. There's one side and the other side, and in here you are twinning for a second time, and you're twinning with Blurple twins there. So again, there's no more in that one. So let me just dry these up. We're going to pop them in the sand, and then we'll grab your additional 3 oysters once I've found that email. So I pop these in the sand for you. So visually these do look like they're the same size there and the same colour. Okay, so top row you've got a coral, icy blue, lemon yellow and grape purple. We've then got a two-tonal still blue with purple, twinning whites, one snow, one bridal, and then twinning blurples as well. I think I found it here. Let me just load it open. Oh, Kathy, that's perfect. So an additional, let me just book it in. Okay, so let me close that down. If I bring you back up to grab your additional 3 oysters. Oh, bless you, Linda. Well, hello, my lovely. So, surprise oysters again here, Kathy. You've got 1, 2, and 3. So let me just get these 3 open as well. And then we'll go through all of your pearls at the end and measure them and everything. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So let's go back down again. Your oyster, surprise oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And in here you are quadding for a second time. So far from your surprise bag, you've had 2 sets of twins, 2 sets of quads, and a single pearl. So let me just dry these up for you. That's not a problem, Kathy. So at the end, you can take a screenshot of them and then you can just email me over the choices once you've made your mind up, okay? It's not a problem at all. I am just, however, going to move these around slightly just so we can fit all the pearls in the sand. So your twins are going over there. And then your new set of quads, you've got a coral, a dark silver, a grape purple, and a TARDIS blue. So the second set of quads here are the ones which just came out. Coral, silver, grape purple, and TARDIS blue. So back up, here's all your pearls together. So moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning, and these are natural coloured pearls there. There's no more in that one. So these are twinning with pinky rose golds. So again, these are a base rose gold colour and they do have a pink overtone. One twin is slightly darker than the other. You can see that here. Let me just get that focused for you. And then what we'll do, like I said, at the end, we've still got one more oyster to open. I'll hold it up so you can take screenshots if that will make it easier, my lovely. Okay, so then moving on to your last oyster. So these are all from the surprise bag here. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have a candy floss pink, and there's no more in that one. So altogether from your 7 oysters, you've got 2 sets of quads, 3 sets of twins, and 2 single pearls. So if we go through, if we do the twins first, you can see here, if you'd like to take a screenshot, you've got twinning snow and bridal white twins, twinning blurple twins, which is a mix between a blue and a purple, and twinning base rose gold with a slight pinky overtone twins. Those are the natural colours there. Moving over to this side, if you'd like to take a screenshot here as well, your top row is a coral, icy blue, lemon yellow and grape purple. Second row is a coral, silver, grape purple and TARDIS blue. And then you've got that candy floss pink and the two-tonal steel blue. What do you think to all of these, Kathy? I'm going to start measuring them for you. Quadding coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Icy blue quad number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the grape purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well, so that's quad number 1. Moving on to quad number 2, the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Grape purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the TARDIS blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. Single pearls, two-tonal steel blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Moving on to your twins, the more bridal of the whites is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the snow white's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they are measuring different sizes there. Blurple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Blurple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. No, sorry, he is an 8. So the Blurple twins are measuring slightly different there as well. Rose gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And rose gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they're the same size there. Oh, bless you, Kathy. Well, I'm glad you're happy with the colours. And once you've decided which ones you'd like where, pop me over an email with the order number and then I can do that for you. Of course, if you'd like any colour swaps as well, just include that in the email and then I can get that processed. I'm putting all of the twins in a bag. Each of the quads are in their own separate bag, and then the 2 single pearls are in a separate bag as well. And that's just so when you email to let me know what ones you'd like where, I know which exact pearl you would like, if that makes sense. So Kathy, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. Let me just pop them on here for you. Okay. No, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And yeah, that's safe up there for you. So I look forward to your email and I'll get that booked in. And up next then today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Oh, bless you, Emma. Well, I hope you have a lovely birthday. How am I feeling? I'm not too bad, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, that I was terrified, in all honesty, for 2 years. More so for my family. And yeah, now it's, yeah. So yeah, it's more, I don't know what I'm saying. Cindy, hello, 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 hello. Cindy, my lovely, you have got 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, wow, Emma. Well, I hope you have an amazing day. Definitely for your 40th. I hope you do. Aaron wants to jump out a plane, so I might try and do that. I mean, his 40th is a little while off yet. But yeah, I might try and do that for him. I think I won't enjoy watching that. But yeah, if he enjoys it, then that's all that matters. So Cindy, what three oysters, sorry, I should say, would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, bless you, Emma, you're very welcome. He is. He's done that. Do you know that the inside air tunnel thing? He's done that, and we've got him and the kids booked in for that. I think it's next month actually, for Christmas. The kids got all three of them. We booked that for them. So yeah, I think the kids and Aaron are doing that next month, I think. But Aaron's done it once and he absolutely loved it. I don't know how my kids are going to deal with it. I don't know. They're either going to absolutely love it or going to be so terrified they're going to scar them. So I'm hoping they're going to love it. But yeah, he would actually jump out of a plane. I'm quite happy just watching. I don't think that's my kind of thing. I mean, I bet it's amazing. But yeah, I haven't got the courage yet to do something like that. Parachute. Oh wow, that's amazing, Julie. Surprise and donate the shells, Cindy. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3. One, 2 and 3. So let's go down. Your surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in your oyster, you are quadding. Few quaddings from the surprise oyster today. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 pearls there. You're hoping for a silvery grey colour. Okay, so there's no more in that one, Cindy. So I'm just going to dry your pearls up here so we can have a closer look. And we have a lemon yellow, a coral, a bright pink, and a two-tonal silver and purple. So let me just get that focused. So you can see here, this one's a base silver, but he's definitely got that purple tone to him in the sections. So silver and purple there. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Oh, runaway, backwards runaway. You have a lighter rose gold, and there's no more in that one. So here is your lighter rose gold. And then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. And you have a larger chocolate. And there's no more in that one. Perfect. Cindy, what do you think to these? So if we go through the colours for you, you've got that lemon yellow, coral, bright pink and two-tonal silver and purple, larger chocolate and a lighter rose gold. If you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. And of course, again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Oh, kitchen towel nearly fell in the tea there. Right, your two-tonal silver and purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. Your rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. Oh, I thought he was going to be a 9, but he was not. He was 8.5. Cindy, what do you think? Now again, if you'd like some time to think about it, you can take a screenshot of these and then you can email me your choices over. Or if you know now, that's absolutely fine as well. Just let me know and we can get that done for you. What do you think? It is, Wendy. It's like a two-tonally purple and silver. Are those the colours that you would like, my lovely? I didn't know if that's the ones you meant. I'm going to get the silver, I'm going to get the colours out, but I didn't know, because you said that before they sort of came out, I didn't know if that's what you meant, if that makes sense. The yellows are so summery. They really are. Oh, Retha, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. You can. Let me just get another one of these. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so we'd like to swap out the two-tonal silver and purple, the pink and the rose gold. Okay, so it's the silvery ones on the earrings. And is it the blue on the other item, if you're happy with those colours there? So let me just bring you up so I can write that down. So we're going to have the silvers on the earrings. You'd like the blue on the scissors, and you'd like to have the other three on hoop fittings. Is that all correct, my lovely? Yes? Perfect. So the invoice for the hoop fittings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form, Cindy. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and I do hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. So yeah, perfect. Pretty. I agree. Right, I think that's the end of the order list for today. Yeah, so that's quite a nice kind of ease back into it, if that makes sense. It's always strange, obviously, when you've had time off work normally. But yeah, so it's always strange almost going back to work. So going back to work in the daytime is fine, doing all your orders and everything. But yeah, it's always a little bit strange coming back onto the live, so I don't know why. We're going to be back again on Sunday evening. Sunday afternoon, I've got a pottery painting class that I'm going to with my sisters and mum. So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. It's going to be quite fun, I hope, maybe. I might do some dot work. I don't know. So yeah, so we're back on the live though, Sunday evening. So yeah, I'll see you soon. I hope you'll have a brilliant weekend. Thank you for joining us today, and I will see you on Sunday. Take care. Bye.